Hello and welcome to our first module in this course. Our first lesson today will be debunking one of the most popular but flawed betting theories widely talked about in betting circles. In this session, we'll explore the concept of expected value or EV betting and discuss why relying on EV betting might not always lead to success. Module 1, Lesson 1. EV betting, theory versus practice. Expected value betting is a mathematical approach used to determine potential sports betting profitability. While promising in theory, EV betting often falls short in practice due to real-world factors. What is EV betting? Let's start by understanding what EV betting is. Expected value, or EV, is a mathematical concept used to determine the average outcome of a bet over a long period of time. Essentially, it's a way to gauge whether a bet is likely to be profitable in the long run. Now, I'm not a mathematician, and much of this course won't have complicated math theory. However, for this introductory section, you at least need a working knowledge of the numbers. The formula for calculating EV is EV equals probability of winning times the amount won per bet, plus probability of losing times the amount lost per bet. A positive EV indicates a profitable bet, while a negative EV suggests a losing bet over time. For instance, if you have a 50% chance of winning $20 and a 50% chance of losing $10, your EV equation would be EV equals 0.5 times 20 plus 0.5 minus 10, equaling 10 minus 5 equals 5. I know this looks like a complicated math formula, but keep in mind this is simple principle. In layman's terms, the positive EV of 5 suggests that on average, you can expect to make $5 per bet when making this bet over the long run. Why EV betting sounds great in theory. EV betting appeals to many because it uses a logical and mathematical approach to betting. The idea is to find bets with positive EV and consistently place these bets to ensure long-term profitability. This strategy relies on the law of large numbers, which states that as the number of bets increases, the actual results will converge to the expected value. Why EV betting doesn't work in practice. While EV betting is sound in theory, it often doesn't work in practice for several reasons. Number one, variance and short-term fluctuations. Even with a positive EV, short-term results can be highly unpredictable. You might encounter long losing streaks or periods of poor performance that can deplete your bankroll. Number two, accuracy of probability estimates. Calculating EV requires accurate estimates of the probability of winning and losing. These probabilities are often difficult to determine precisely and can be influenced by numerous factors, such as changes in team performance, injuries, and other variables. Incorrect estimates can lead to misguided bets. There is no concrete way to predict what humans will do, so there's no way to put an accurate probability on it. Sports aren't played by simulations. They are played by people. The biggest reason why EV betting doesn't work is the same reason why sports betting is beatable. There is no way for anyone to come up with a definite probability of an outcome of a game. Challenges of EV betting, Part 2. Market efficiency. Bookmakers continuously adjust odds to reflect the most accurate probabilities. Finding bets with a true positive EV is challenging because the odds typically change once sportsbooks see plus EV bets listed on websites. EV betting relies on an algorithm in competition with the finest mathematicians in the world. Do you think that some 20-something-year-old kid living in his mom's basement has a more accurate algorithm than the finest mathematicians in the world that Vegas hires? The answer is no. Sports betting markets are reflections of wagers placed, not probability. A change in lines doesn't reflect the probability of a team winning or losing. It reflects where money is being spent and the sportsbook's reaction to make sure they have enough action on each side of the bet. The misconception of betting markets. Essentially, there is no such thing as a betting market. When you hear these 20-something-year-old kids talking about betting markets, you need to realize that sports betting markets are not the same as equity markets. Sports betting markets shift because sportsbooks are balancing the action on each side of the bet. That's all they care about. What side of the bet people are placing their money has nothing to do with the probability of Team A beating Team B. The trap of soft lines. A soft line could be a sucker's bet. Don't get overly excited when you see a sportsbook that has a drastically different line than another sportsbook. All that means is that this particular sportsbook has received more money on that side of the bet than other sportsbooks have. Again, it is not an indication of a soft line. It is a reflection of where the money is being spent and what the sportsbooks need to do in order to balance their book. Conclusion: the reality of EV betting. While EV betting is a tool for understanding potential profitability, it often falls short in practical application due to variance, inability to form concrete probability on human beings, market inefficiency, practical constraints, and sportsbooks balancing lines from betting inequity. Successful sports betting requires a comprehensive approach that goes beyond just relying on EV calculations. You cannot be a profitable sports bettor in the long run based off of expected value because there is no way to accurately predict the outcome of a game. Sports are played by flawed humans, not computer simulations. The reality of EV betting just isn't what they say it is. So the next time you hear some 20-year-old swear it works for them, now you know better. Be sure to join me in our next lesson as we take a closer look at the reality of arbitrage betting.